evening to you, Nigerians. It's been a hot day in Nigerian politics. Today, now one of the most interesting days for Nigerian politics because a lot of things have happened. Good evening, Prince Francis Chilakas, and thank you so much for obliging me for coming out during the day. You know, I call you at night, but now you come out during the day. Thank you for obliging me. The matter where they grant, not be waiting only me for people talk about. And I'm waiting make I say no. They say lizard wey one person be seeing a python in it because so make we dey too see this lizard so that we go fit handle this lizard square on. Now, a lot of drama don't they happen for inside the coalition already. I want make we talk about them one by follow. By the way, first of all, Nigerians don't they troll Peter Obi and Erofai because of this picture. Then talk say, Erofai, not be you talk say Peter Obi arrested for Anambra when you dey go election for 20 waiting. Not be you now the whole hand with the same Peter Obi. Waiting they happen. Where did the love come back to? Where the love did go before? But let's leave that aside. Let me quickly rush through the hot topics that we have. They will begin to attend to the matters one by each as we take color. Of course, Nigeria make a letter and know say coalition don't adopt ADC against Tinubu appoints Mark Aregbesola as interim chairman and secretary respectively. And of course, Aregbesola say can't give reason why he agree to be the ADC secretary. And then David Mark also don't give his own remark. Former Senate President David Mark, as I talk to you now, he don't resign, come up for inside PDP, saying they do again. And not just him, Malami Abubakar don't resign from ADC. That is your immediate past attorney general don't resign from APC, you don't join ADC. That is a Buhari henchman. If Buhari henchman pick come up for APC, what could be cooking in APC that we do not know? That not the matter the way BC will go talk about. Now, Atiku, Mark, other coalition members are selfish, hijacked ADC without due process. Ex-presidential candidate Kachikwu, now they talk this one. Now, Kachikwu, remember saying Kachikwu be the former, Dumebi Kachikwu, now be the former presidential candidate or the 2023 presidential candidate of the ADC. Now they talk, say these people then come hijack the party. They not tell them anything. Even though, say the chairman of the party give go ahead and the entire National Working Committee members give go ahead and even come collapse their own structure for David Mark and his own structure to take place. But him, I say Ibe Kachikwu, Dumebi Kachikwu say, no, you know they good. However, Atiku-led coalition is now presently in private alliance with Kachikwu and his team. So himself, don't talk and say, Atiku-led coalition in private alliance with past ADC leadership to make sure say everything nice and everything beautiful. But let's go on to other issues very quickly. So as we still talk about the coalition as it take be, crisis looms in ADC as faction rejects adoption of party by Atiku-led coalition. That is talking about waiting Kachikwu talk, and then I move on to other issues. And then ADC's entire leadership steps down after adoption by coalition. This one makes sense. In fact, Ralph wants to will be their chairman. Come and talk. Say Nigeria dey inside ICU and say it is very important. Make we treat Nigeria before it go die. Finally, so he say Nigeria is in ICU. ADC leaders must take it out to global reckoning. Now waiting Ralph wants to talk. And then we'll move on. ADC unveiling. Coalition announces new venue hours after hotel cancelled booking. Now the hotel where they're supposed to use before talk same bamba we need to do. Oh wait, sorry, excuse me. On a been one make we use on now. Okay, we need to use on again. We need to use on now. No, go use us again. People are now wondering. Oh, excuse me. What is going on here? What's in the go on here? 2027 coalition. Why we chose ADC? David Mark now they explain this one. And then moving on to other conversation, as we talk concerning 2027, Peter Obi don't submit single-tenure proposal to opposition coalition. And PDP crisis, no place as accommodating as our party. Damago, don't they talk up? Say we remain united. PDP is the most united party. If I go finish and I go come back. Edo Supreme Court judgment, as it gets to do with the governorship election, they say Supreme Court don't reserve verdict on Okpebolo and Igodalo judgment. Now, Nigerians, they say, what do you really expect to come out of that case? By the way, that one they have happened. Pupils, workers, children, or everybody don't besiege FCTA over school closure and unpaid salaries by Minister Wike. Even as in the battle, the land matter, what they say in Tifland. That's a matter of fact. Remember, Saturday yesterday say that another land tiff will come out again saying tiff the first one to his second son. This one now for his first son. All the total land now about $6 point something billion according to how they use reporters. Now they say Oga Minister don't arrest AGIS official or civil servant for falsely, they say they falsely accused the civil servant of leaking the land robbery or land looting or land allocation documents to People's Gazette, where BC submits the story. Civic groups call for protest, issue 7 demands over near some Wike. That one said they all this matter I'm on now go look at, and then petrol pump price don't drop. Thank you so much for joining us, Prince Francis Chilaka. All right, so before we continue, make I quickly ask you, what do you think about this picture of Aerofy and Peter Obi? Does it really make any, it mean anything? Will make people come to take this matter serious, sir? As I make I ask you, sir.
Well, you need to understand that in politics there are no permanent friends and no permanent foes. What you have is permanent interest. That's what politics is all about. So, that's why you have politicians dining in the morning with APC and hobnobbing with PDP in the night. So it's a game. It's like football. It's a game. Somebody must win. But the truth of it is that um, I do not see anything wrong with that. There is no way they would be talking about coalition without the people who are, in the forefront of this coalition coming together. The first thing first is that they all have to, keep aside their grudges, their angers, their frustrations, their disappointments, if there are, and then come together to be able to form a formidable coalition to oust present administration. So it's a wonderful picture. It simply shows you that there is unity in diversity.
So anything where anybody don't talk in the past don't really matter. You don't mean anything. You don't make any difference.
If you want us to go to that end, I'll ask you, what did Bola say about this president? What did the reign of mockery that has been all over the place, suddenly have become the mouthpiece of this administration when it comes to Peter Obi? What did he not say? This is the same man we all saw. I've seen videos of him praising Peter Obi and all of that. So, so it's not about what you say. In politics, people say a lot of things that they don't mean. And that's why I keep saying that I don't believe in the campaign promises because those are not uh, things I should hold on to. What I want to hold on to is what you do after the campaign and after you have won the election. It is what you do after the election, after winning the election and being sworn in. That is exactly what you have at the back of your mind, and not all the bullshit you dish out when you're campaigning.
All right, let's go straight to the matter then one by full. Of course, the hottest story today, and as it gets to do with the ADC, will be the way they like the new bride in town right now. But make we just the look at as it take be. First of all, the anti-Bola Tinubu coalition of opposition politicians today Wednesday formally took over the structure of the African Democratic Congress ADC as its political platform for the 2027 general election. Late last night, now they can't announce and say they don't adopt ADC as the political party we be say they go use for the coalition. Remember, say drama be done day for which one they go use, which one they no go use, whether a new party or ADA where they want register they go use. Now, the event saw some ministers in the Muhammadu Buhari led administration as well as some former members of the National Working Committee of the APC National Working Committee members and we've been there before at the events, then plenty there. And of course, it was held at the Yar Adwa Center, Musa Yar Adwa Center for inside Abuja. The national chairman of the party, Chief Raf Okemusu, said the ADC held 12 meetings at its National Executive Committee NEC within the course of 18 months. Now, according to him, Nigeria is in the intensive care unit, ICU, and needs to be revived. He said, we must agree to move Nigeria from ICU to global reckoning. For about 18 months, we have been on this journey of coalition. 18 months. Now, me say they don't they do this thing, hide, since we don't know. Eh? People go come say they don't even let President Bola Tinubu reach 1 year before they start them. If not 18 months, really. But then moving on. And we have had over 12 meetings at the National Executive Committee, NEC. So it's not about power that we are here today. It's about transforming our country, Nigeria, for our common good. I guess say. Onsu and the National Secretary of the ADC, Alhaji Saeed Baba Abdullahi, led the National Working Committee NEC at the party to the event. Now, he therefore named former Senate President David Mark as interim national chairman of the party. And the Ogbeni Rauf Aregbesola as interim national secretary and handed over their ADC membership cards, everything to them. Saying, "Well, no gonna take, we don't collapse our structure to them." Now, waiting they call about state capture. Now, interim national chairman of the ADC, Senator David Mark, accused Tinubu of embarking on total state capture while Nigerians are wallowing in misery. Say Tinubu just capture the whole Nigeria. He won't capture all the states. He won't capture everywhere. Meanwhile, he leave Nigerians to the suffer for misery. Now, he said Tinubu's renewed hope agenda has turned into renewed hopelessness. You understand? Adding that the president is fiddling while the country burns. That's just they do it own. Now, let me quote what David Mark says. He says, "Let it be known to all that this coalition goes beyond gaining political power." Remember, say people be not accusing and say the reason we make them they coalesce now because of say they just they hungry to their power, not be because of say they mean then they interested in the common good of Nigerians. Now, moving on, he said today marks the beginning of what we call, in fact, he says it is a concerted effort to build the pillars of Nigeria's democracy. Today marks the beginning of what we believe will be a long, tedious, and difficult journey. However, this is a journey that we are prepared to undertake. Quoting him further, he says, "It's on record that within 2 years of the current administration coming into power, it has hijacked all democratic structures. All." According to him, Tinubu is doing everything that has a one party state so that Nigeria won't have a choice in 2027. This coalition is to prevent Nigeria's descent into a one party state. So, say people when they talk, say the day like this, say, man, then no worry. No vex, so make I just give the statement finish so that I go begin put my for talk. Now, Mark added that the Tinubu administration is corrupt and more concerned about the next election while the majority of people wallow in hunger and poverty, even as bandits continue to kill Nigerians, including terrorists. He said the National Assembly has been reduced to cheerleaders and praise singers of the president. No wonder every time when you come there, they sing on your mandate for him. Saying that it is the reason why Tinubu is able to get away with his excesses. Because, of course, he don't kidnap National Assembly, according to this statement. Within a minute. Now, the coalition is therefore for all Nigerians who share in our belief that all of us have the patriotic duty to save our country, Nigeria. Now, so you talk. Now, coalition, they come, they talk about their talks with other governors. When they ask how the coalition intends to use the ADC to wrestle power from the APC, seen as some opposition governors were defecting to the ruling party. One of the coalition leaders said that they were in talks with some APC governors, especially in the north. So what can I know what about that one? In fact, it says, if I told you the number of APC governors in the north who are talking to us, you will be shocked. Hey, this governor will kill us. So, therefore, is no issue about us having support from across Nigeria. It is a straight fight between the north and the south. No governor is going to defect to the APC in the north. He said so. Say no governor they leave APC. You know, say so far only southern governors don't defect to. I think you know. Okay. Now, Kachikwu also kicked. Remember earlier, the 2023 presidential candidates of the ADC, Jomobi Kachikwu, has kicked against the takeover of the party structure by Atiku Abubakar and David Mark. He said it's with the greatest amusement that I watched the former Vice President Atiku Abubakar-led group announce their takeover of the national leadership of the African Democratic Congress as is expected. I have been inundated with a lot of calls and messages seeking my reaction to the unfolding dramedy, he said. Now, he said the articulate group are in one form of alliance or the other with the former leadership of the party led by Rap Hunso. According to him, the tenure of the Wusu-led executive elapsed August 21, 2022, and he continued to parade himself as the chairman of the party, and it was the subject of various litigations across the country. That is to say that Wahala is there inside the ADC too right now. From the foregoing, I want to then pose the following questions. Can you build something on nothing? Can you shave a man's hair in his absence? Can you enter a man's house through the back door and declare yourself the landlord? These yesterday's men were who present a bad chapter of Nigeria's past, have bought bad market from a man who represents a bad chapter of the ADC's past. Now, Kachikwu too, don't they talk about a lot of things. Now, in swift response, Nwosu declared Kachikwu a persona non grata in the party. Say you don't be member of the party. Anybody who writes anything or says anything against what we have done today in the ADC is not a member. Well, it be like say Wahala don't already ready to build up for inside the ADC. Ngwa, no could start to talk about it. Prince Francis Chimakasa, one by one. Before I begin, give you updates of videos and pictures and other things that don't happen today.
All right, let me start from Kachikwu. Kachikwu is a personal friend. Yes, at the point in time we all grew up together. We're very close, even though we've lost touch, But he's a very calculated person, and I give that to him. But I think we take things out of proportion in this country.
This is not about.
We look at things from the point that we assume we have so much power, so much around us that makes us not to see that the other side of the hill is greener. If you recall, I've always told you that being a presidential candidate of a party does not give you ownership and does not give you rights over the party to take decisions for the party.
Is that why you constantly state that? Is that why you have constantly stated that Peter Obi is not the leader of Labour Party, but the highest position holder in that party, which is elected, or who is elected?
If we talk about ADC, the XY chairman of ADC is a man who practically ran that party on his own. He actually built that party on his own. And at some time, when he feels that, there's need for other people to participate, he brings them on board. So we must give him that credit.
Who? Rapunzel.
The just retired chairman of the party.
That's
of ADC.
Yes,
Rapunzel. We must give him that credit. He is a man that has stood the test of time in managing his party, the political party, unlike the likes of Fashua, who did what we call missing in action. But Ralph has remained consistent in managing the party. At some point, he was the presidential candidate of the party, if you recall. So sometimes he's the presidential candidate. At the time, he's the party chairman. So he has been the arrowhead of that party. And so I believe that anybody who says otherwise or thinks otherwise is not being fair. I want to say this to Kachikwu. Please don't allow yourself to be seen as Nigerians as the person who wants to truncate a coalition that is going to ensure that we don't have a one-party state in the country. It will be very, very disastrous, and it will be a political suicide if you allow yourself to be used for such an adventure. Now, talking about the coalition itself, it's a development. If you recall, I also told you that the those who have gathered for this coalition, they're not putting their eggs in one basket. And that is the only way. You see, when you are dealing with somebody who has been termed as a master strategist, you need to employ other people who would also understand him and try to outsmart him. If you check, INEC has come out to say there are two groups that want to register ADA. And we're asking, if one group is the group of Atiku and Obi and Co, who are the other groups? Where are they coming from? So you can see, that there seems to be the hand of a monkey inside the plate, camouflaging as a human being. So for me, what has played out in ADC it's a noble thing. It's something that every Nigerian should join in and support, because we need this coalition. We need to have a proper semblance of democracy running in our country. So for me,
So you heard everything David Mark said about democracy dying in the country and all that, and why it's important to coalesce, be to join the
Yes, because
coalition. Mm.
if they don't do this coalition, at the end of the day, what you will have is one party, one party state, and then you fall into dictatorship, and that would be the bane of Nigerians' problem. So let us first of all let me congratulate David Mark, congratulate all those David Mark, Shola, Atiku, and Peter Obi. Because I keep saying that I'm seeing for the first time, people coming together, forgetting their own pride. And that is what Raf has done. Raf has set the tone. He has given up. He has said, look, gentlemen, we need to move this country forward. And for us to move this country forward, I am ready to make the ultimate sacrifice, which is what he has done. So every other person that is going to form this coalition must also be ready to make that sacrifice. And one of the people I expect to make such a sacrifice again is Atiku. I expect that Elijah Atiku would listen to the voice of reason and listen to the voice of the people and understand that it's not just about forming coalition that the people want. The people are looking forward to somebody they can stand behind and somebody that commands organic law, somebody that commands the people, and that the people are ready to stand behind that person come 2027. So that is what we expect from this coalition. Anything short of that, I'm telling you, the coalition will be, dead on arrival.
All right, awesome. Thank you very much. So let me quickly begin to, reel out some things before I take this acceptance speech of Ogbeni Raul Farid Beshola. Earlier in the day, Peter Obi, alongside, I think, some others, visited Atiku Abubakar. You know that Peter Obi also submitted his single-term proposition today to the coalition party. And here's a footage of him, arriving in Atiku Abubakar's house earlier today. You can see them, that was it. And they held an extended meeting. You be like saying from there, now in the Waka Street, come enter inside the waiting in the column, go the venue of the coalition. And they come to tell you, Jisto, because earlier again today, Oga, say the coalition can't get problem where they go use get their occasion. Place venue where be say they don't pay for before, where they don't already stay before, where they don't already finish agreement. Venue all of a sudden called them and said, "Excuse me, you cannot use us anymore for reasons we do not know about." Now, let me see that because that statement was even going viral across social media and WhatsApp. Now here is it. First of all, see I'm here. When Ibi say, then write them. This na the notice where Ibi say the hotel sent to them. Subject, important notice regarding your event booking. Dear esteemed patron, thank you once again for choosing the Wells Carlton Hotel and Apartments. It looks like this is the same hotel when the other faction of Nance being used to one use where they reject them two at the same time. Somebody them come up for their granny. When I say this particular hotel get a pension for always rejecting people will get different voice. Now they said, we sincerely regret to inform you that due to an internal compliance matter that has just come to our attention, we are unable to proceed with hosting your scheduled meeting. Internal compliance. Now, we are fully aware that the event is less than 24 hours away, and we deeply apologize for the timing and inconvenience this may cause. Unfortunately, they talk with again, make us see the remaining part of that message because it will good make we read and finish. And then they said, unfortunately, yeah. So thank you once again for choosing the Wells Carlton Hotel and Apartment. We sincerely regret to inform you that due to this, some people come to talk say, "Excuse me, what's in the happen?
You
Why it
know,
be, sir?"
Precious. It's you can't say that you don't know what is happening.
Mm,
There are people in the ruling party that would ordinarily not want this event to hold. And, you see, this is what APC is known for. APC is known for, trying to ensure you don't have a venue for your this thing. You don't have a venue for where to do what you want to do. So it's normal. We're Let me tell you the truth. If this didn't happen, I will not. No, I will say that APC has changed. But APC has not changed. APC is still the same APC. And APC will do everything they can to truncate this coalition, because the kind of people that are coming forward for this coalition, if you look at them, these are, you talk about Malami, you talk about Aneni, I think he's part of them. You talk about, so this, if you look at it, it's like the faction of Buhari's party, CPC, is gradually pulling out of APC. That's what I see that is playing out. His own faction, which is the CPC, if the core members, those who are
of the Buhari's
behind,
team, yes,
if those who are behind the party, who are strong, are pulling out from the party and joining the coalition, then you recall a few months back, there was this disagreement as to where the CPC was standing. Were they standing with APC in terms of Tinubu or not? So it's what is playing out. And that's the beautiful thing about politics. I'm telling you the truth. What is playing out right now makes me feel happy, makes me feel elated, and I feel that, Nigeria will still have an opportunity for the people to exercise their franchise, which is their vote. And like I'll say this, the ruling party must realize that it's not going to be Uhuru as usual. Things are not going to be the same way. And I'm saying this to INEC. INEC must come out clean. INEC must be independent, purely and completely independent, because Nigerians are angry, Nigerians are upset, and like I said, the hunger in the land is getting to crescendo. So they must also be very, very careful with how they conduct the elections. Because if the elections are not conducted in a very orderly manner, in a very transparent manner, I am telling you, this country will go up in smokes.
All right. So as we talk this, I'll make a quickly go play you waiting happened today at the time where be say the chairman or the former chairman of the ADC collapse in structure and give or hand over to Oga David Mark. And he called their voice who I hear will be like the Songito, the number one singer there. What resemble Dino Melaye voice. Even though say I've been never hear whether they joined the coalition. But as I hear that voice now say, hey, we can be not sorry. Let's say him and we cannot be best of friends. But make I play you that video.
Thank you very much.
They hand over the party card to them.
And what we're working now is we don't got to label ADC. Can we say back to APC? Thank you very much. To recognize my brother and friend, Senator Bakari, my brother from Katsina State, you are welcome. I also want to quickly recognize the former Speaker Pro Tempore of the House of Reps, Dr. Sedu Seba, Honorable Seba. We have also the wife of the of Adamawa State, Mrs. Boni Aruna. We have, I've already John, today I've recognized you already. I'm shortening it so that we have Senator Adam Sika. We have my brother, politician, lawyer, Nollywood actor, my friend and a reliable Nigerian, Kenneth Okuku. We have the former Director of Finance, Electoral. Honorable Nena Okeke, former member of the House of Representatives. We have my brother. We have also one of the most vibrant publicity secretary in the history of PDP history, Kola Olomodino.
All right, so you don't hear that voice. I beg, excuse me, that one not be the voice of Dino Melaye. Because if that the voice of Dino Melaye, you know, the Dino Melaye isn't get all the receipts. We get to do with the things when we get on to when go use spin them, and we can never ever respond to them. With all these things when they mention about receipts. So if this is a Dino Melaye in coalition, and if they make her one of their spokesperson, it may be an interesting campaign season. Remember, saying we can say na him go lead the re-election of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. How you go see the things there? How you go take responsibility, sir?
Interestingly, I didn't get to listen to the video. It wasn't showing at my
Oh
end,
wow,
but
sorry.
we know that if you have the likes of Dino uh, being in the media campaign team,
Hmm.
it's gonna be crackers, gonna be firecrackers, and you know that. Um, because, Dino doesn't keep his mouth.
Ewo.
He doesn't hide.
Hmm.
You know, Dino seem to have an antidote for the likes of
Yeah.
Wike. So it's going to be an interesting battle. 2027 is going to be an interesting battle. It's going to be a battle between uh, APC on one side and the people, on the other side. But I see for me, I just feel that it's not about people. It's about how is this coalition going to take care of the Nigerian people?
Hmm.
For me, it's about the Nigerian people. The Nigerian people should come first in everything.
Hmm.
So for me, it's always about the people. There's so much hunger, there's so much frustration, and there's so much poverty in the land. And I use this opportunity to talk to the people as well. That 5,000 they're going to give you, that 10,000 they're going to give you, that 20,000 they're even going to give you, it will not last you for more than 2, 3 days, and you are back to square one. So we're calling on INEC. Let us have, for the first time, since we have a man who everybody claims fought for democracy. Uh, I want him to show to Nigerians that he's a Democrat by ensuring that we have a free and fair election. If he wins at the polls free and fair, Precious, I'll be one of the persons that would propagate his government.
Hmm.
But if it is the other way around, we know that Precious any TV and other TV stations will catch fire.
All right. I just they laugh because somebody put here say if you like say they're about to leave APC, we are the woman leader to AGC. God, she gets to not kill me this life.
Oh, you have left already now.
I
But
left. I left. Was
let,
I was
let
I
our purpose
was
of
I
saying it. You
anywhere
have left
before?
already because money don't reach your hand. The money don't reach your hand again, so you don't leave them. Welcome to the coalition.
Thank you. Before I go tell you thank you, I beg I don't follow for any party. I be opposition. I will constantly oppose anybody opposable. All right, so let me quickly take to what Ogbeni Rauf Harry Bashala responded in terms of his acceptance speech. He said I agreed to serve as the interim national secretary of the African Democratic Congress because Nigeria's political scene is dominated by parties lacking clear ideological direction. Now, in his acceptance speech, which was shared, of course, yesterday night across his Twitter and Facebook page, the former Shebin Osun State Governor, yeah, Arif Goshola stated that
Yeah.
most existing political parties are mere hollow structures that merge and split, not based on policy or principles or ideology, but on pursuit of power and personal interests. Now, he stated that the ADC is not a perfect party, but it is built, it stands for something. It was forged in resistance, sharpened by vision, and led by men and women who believe in justice, dignity, equity, inclusivity of all interest, and true freedom. It has character, it has soul. It is therefore a true platform for the expression of their aspirations. Sadly, in Nigeria today, we cannot say the same about many of our political parties, he said. Now, our political landscapes are plagued by parties that lack ideological depths. They are empty shells emerging and splitting not over policy or principles, but over power and personality. There is little regard for the people and even less the country generally. Aregbesola rose to political prominence, of course, we know as commissioner under Lagos State Governor President Bola Tinubu. That be the person who been there in charge of Alimosho local government area that year. Now we be like say him and Dandon. In fact, I think he later became governor of Osun State during Goodluck Jonathan's administration, right? Then of course he joined hands together with President Bola Tinubu in APC to oust the president, Goodluck Jonathan, at that time. After 2 terms as governor, he was appointed minister, of course, by Naimbi, our holiday minister that time, Minister of Interior that time. So I'd like you to, speak to what he has said. You were saying something about if this coalition is not about the people, then it's not good enough. So speaking to what he said, that the party itself, as a political party, that it is built, in line with people who have is managed by people who value justice, who believe in justice, dignity, equity, and inclusivity. I'm speaking. This is about the first time I'm hearing any political party really talk about ideology. What does that mean to you, sir?
Well, when I started, I talked about Ralph. He's actually the founder, the chairman, and one time presidential aspirant of the party. I said he has made the ultimate sacrifice. And it goes to show you that, like Ogbeni Ralph said, Ogbeni Aregbesola said, it goes to show you that it's a party that has a soul, and it's a party that can be, relied upon. So I want to support him in that, and I want to say kudos to everyone that has made this coalition adventure possible. So now we can all go back to the trenches and begin to work. Let me tell you about Aregbesola. Some people don't really know. Aregbesola used to be a very strong ally of President Bola Tinubu. He was also a member of the GSC.
Oh, he followed for the governing meeting council.
Yes.
So where did the love lost now? I be disappeared too.
And interestingly, in Kotu Gondo, I think it's in Kotu
Gondo. So government ahead that he was in control of.
No, yeah, well, I'm coming to it. The local government chairmanship candidate for that area is Aregbesola's person.
Right now.
So when Aregbesola had issues with Bola Tinubu, that was when they kicked him out of the GSC and drove him away from Alimosho. But I will tell you this for free. Aregbesola is very strong in Alimosho. And the president believes that part of the reason why he lost Lagos was because of Aregbesola. So Aregbesola is not somebody you're going to push over. Yes, you can't push him over like that.
One of the reasons we make President Bola Tinubu lose Lagos State for the 2023 election to Peter Obi because of Aregbesola.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So it's not going to be, Aregbesola is not a pushover, politically speaking. And that's why I kept telling you that it's not about how many governors are decamping to the APC. It's about structure. So if you check, you have Atiku, former vice president, you have Peter Obi, you have Aregbesola, you have David Mark, you have Tamwa, you have El Rufai, you have Tony Anini, you have these are, you have Malami, I think. Yes, so you find out that these are
shockingly or funnily enough, you also have, I think, John Oyegwabi, the former APC.
John Oyegwabi. So you now have these people who already are people that already have their own structures. They have their own structures that they're nurturing. So it means that what was lacking in Peter Obi in 2023 is going to be taken care of by this coalition in 2027. And what do I mean by that? Don't forget that right now, Abure, the Labour Party chairman or the House Labour Party chairman, is being accused of making Peter Obi to lose elections because he held back funds that were meant for the party agents. That was on one side. Secondly, you know that Labour Party did not have party agents across the entire country. So, but now looking at it, if you have all these people protecting their own conclaves, so to say, it means that 2027 is going to be a fight of the titans. And then we should be asking APC what is going on. If you're capturing the governors and you defuse soldiers and leaving the governors, then something is wrong.
You also know that there is also
Yes.
gossip about some rifts within the APC too that looks like they're trying to hide it, just like you mentioned the CPC wing. And people also are saying that, oh, Fino did too well for this Ganduje's resignation, no. Because no matter how it take the Ganduje Fino did too happy to leave just because of say Kwankwasi won't come inside the party. And then people are also saying that what is wrong with President Bola Tinubu having one vice for his 2 tenures? Why Ingo won't go 2 term when he be say in vice no go follow and go 2 term? Waiting there for the goose, they good for the gander. So people don't really look and say, yes,
Well,
get personal problem. If you know if
that,
you use one person, do 2 terms. So I go like make you react to that
that,
statement that people don't
that,
make.
that is part of him. That is who he is. See, as it is now, let me tell you the truth. Why President Bola Tinubu would not be considering Shetima. Already, even amongst the Northerners and amongst my Northern Muslim brothers, they're already saying that this whole story of Muslim ticket has not paid off today. It has not paid off for them. They're not benefiting from it. So it's there. And Nigeria is a country where, the way the Muslim ticket came out, it can no longer come out in 2027.
But if Kwankwaso accepts the VP ticket, it's still Muslim ticket now. You feel some people don't go agree for that one at all.
But if Pakpaso accepts, I'm telling you, Pakpaso will be committing a political suicide. Yes.
So you think that
Pakpaso
Kwankwaso has not
would.
accepted and Ganduje now resigns? Is it possible that Kwankwaso didn't accept? Then Ganduje go.
Well, if Pakpaso has accepted, why is he keeping quiet? Why is he finding it difficult to own up to it, to say yes? Beat his chest and say, I've accepted this and I'm ready to damn the consequences.
Okay. All right.
If we look at it, Pakpaso is only in Kano he can actually pull his crowd. It's only in Kano. So and if you see the way the president is going, the president wants to capture the entire south, east, southwest, and in other words, saying that the north can go to places they want to go. But we all know that for you to be a president of this country, you must be somebody who must stretch his hand across the Niger. You must embrace all the ethnic groups in the country. And that's the gospel truth. So if the people who are in CPC, who we know as the backbones and the strong men of CPC, which was part of the coalition that formed APC, are jumping ship and joining the ADC, then that means that all is not well with the APC.
All right, so make we quickly talk on the person and character of Peter Obi a little bit, as Peter Obi today submits a single tenor proposal to the opposition coalition for consideration. Now, Dr. Yunus Satanko, the national coordinator of the Obedient Movement Worldwide, disclosed this today, Tuesday, during the yesterday, Tuesday, rather, during the conferment of the chieftaincy title, Saraki Maskan, war hero on Obi. Now, they said Tanko believes the coalition would align with Obi's 4-year ambition, stressing that the former governor of Anambra does not need more than 4 years to transform this country. Now, he stated that we have presented it to the coalition. It is there for them to make a decision, but we are confident it can work. This pronouncement is rooted in integrity, and Peter Obi embodies that, which is integrity. What Nigeria needs now are leaders with integrity. Obi has said clearly, even though the single term is not the Constitution or in the Constitution that he is committing himself to serve only one term. He believes 4 years is more than enough to accomplish his mission. That shows that shows you how prepared and focused he is. Now remember one time Tumo Ibisen get interviewed with Charles and Ngolo for Arise TV. In talk and talk say even if they give him just 2 years, 2 years, say Ingo fit make a lot of difference within that 2 years, according to that interview we get. Now quoting Yunus Afoda, he said even stabilizing electricity alone will solve a multiple or multitude of problems. He is promising that under his leadership, Nigeria will become an exporting country again. Planes will no longer leave our airport empty. Recently, while speaking, of course, on a Twitter space, Obi had said that he is ready to contest the 2027 election. And he also affirmed his readiness and willingness to accept a one-term tenure if that is the offer they give to him. But then before you react, make a quickly take within Okonkwo talk because some of these questions now waiting them post to Kenneth Okonkwo when Ibi say they get this coalition meeting. And Kenneth Okonkwo gets a lot of reaction to them. But guys, in case you're just joining us for the first time, please kindly click on the subscription button, like, subscribe, and follow us like a village people. And then Prince Francis still like a day here with us to himself. Because I'm also want him drop mic now for my end. You don't work straight, go give us some lyrics on top Naked Truth TV 01. Some kind lyrics saying go drop there, you know, go drop them here. So you good make, so that everything will do okay. So kindly follow Prince Francis Chilaka. Go and subscribe to him now at the Naked Truth TV 01. That's what he is. Naked Truth TV 01. All right. Subscribe, follow him like a village. Will always like and share his post and also subscribe. Also ensure that you subscribe here. So Prince Francis, make I quickly take what's in Kenneth Okonkwo talk immediately after the coalition and some of the things he states to make you hear and then before you respond.
This party is not about power. This party is about the welfare of Nigerians. And I can tell you categorically, I told you that before I get into an association or a political party, I take my time. When I left my last political party, it was more than 1 year ago. And I made it clear I wasn't going into APC or PDP. If there is no new arrangement that I'm sure will take care of the welfare of Nigerians, I'll stay in my house and pray. Because that's the only reason I came into politics. And as God will have it, meaning that God has really heard the prayers of Nigerians. You can see the amalgamation of all political bigwigs from every political party. This is the dawn of a new era in the political history of Nigeria. Let me tell you, ADC, not only that they are mounting it, it is in their constitution. Article 3, that talked about the motto of ADC, tells you that their motto is in pursuit of the welfare of our people and the nation. And when you hear Arise and Shine Nigeria, you and I know that this is the time for Nigeria to arise. We have been in darkness of this incompetent and corrupt APC. And this party that is going to be our light will shine the light in this darkness, and darkness will not comprehend it. APC will not understand what hits them. Because when you shine light in darkness, darkness disappears. So this is the party of the light for Nigerians. And we are going to shine that light, and Nigerians will find their way. In the ADC constitution, one of the objectives to create the favorable environment for every Nigerian to contribute to the welfare, peace, and prosperity of this country. We are in a good place. And I've always said it. In 2027, it is the people of Nigeria versus APC. ADC is simply the platform for the people of Nigeria to choose alternative good leaders so that this 419 party called APC should be consigned to history. You know, leadership evolves. And I've always said that your best teacher is your last mistake. People in PDP, people in APC that have been in government, they have seen that whenever they're doing anything wrong, it will come back to them. All the people that have been in power in Nigeria and did not do what they ought to do as at that time, they are reaping it. Because we have seen a government that does not respect the fundamental human rights of Nigerians, that when you vote, you're not even sure that your votes will count. So this is a lesson for every one of them now in this new coalition, where we are going to make discipline as our first order in this party, to follow the rules of the party, follow the example of rule of law and democratic tenets, and give Nigerians security and welfare. So they've learned their lessons. And I know, as one of the leaders here, he said, The only reason I'm in this coalition is to remove the evil that I put on this nation. So I'm glad that they are understanding that if evil is upon the nation, it consumes everybody. And let all of us hold hands in Nigeria and remove this evil that has come.
Will you be willing to work with Peter Obi, the principal in Labour Party at that time, which you said that he didn't do the needful in Labour Party that made you lead his camp? So if he comes to become the presidential candidate in this coalition, in this new party, in this new era, will you be willing to work for him?
I told you very clearly, this is now the time of the coalition, not individual parties. And I can guarantee you that anybody that emerges from this coalition, I will work with the person. I said it before, and I'm saying it again. And I'm glad that everybody is in this coalition, because I made it clear that without the coalition of the opposition parties, we are wasting our time. You don't go to compete with an incumbent, each person running alone. It doesn't make sense. So whoever emerges from this coalition in a free and fair presidential primary election, I will work for. It's as simple as that.
What makes you think that the ADC is safe than any other party in Nigeria? Because we also have some litigations trying to crop up. Don't you think that the ruling or progressive cannot break into ADC?
You know, I've always said, any party that allows itself to be broken into, it is their fault. But I can tell you there's no litigation that is pending against ADC, because we did our due diligence. But that does not mean that APC will not try to infiltrate. Of course, when you are in a battle with somebody, you send your own spies. And that is why we must make sure that we do not allow them to infiltrate us. We will search out any infiltrator and give him the treatment that is given to spies. You know the consequence. When you catch a spy, you know what they do to spies. So APC will try, but they will fail, because consistently APC has been making mistakes. Every decision they have taken has always been a harbinger of disaster for them. You know Shetima, you know what happened in Northeast. I told people that APC will implode. Ganduje was sacked, and then maybe he's in hiding now because I've not heard about him. So before long, APC people will be in hiding, because the shame that will come upon them, they will not even be able to talk and speak to Nigerians again.
Yes, my elder brother is coming to join your stage. So I'm going to read it very well.
All right, so this now earlier on for inside the event we happened today, and of course this video or this footage where I play now courtesy of Symphony TV, and I'd like to say a big thank you. So Prince Francis Chilakasa, you don't hear everything we be saying, Mr.
I didn't hear. I keep telling you, I can't hear. I didn't hear your video wasn't playing on
It
the
has to
side.
be. It has to be from your end.
But go
I think
ahead.
it's technical issue from your end. If I knew, I would have sent it to you, so you'd be also playing it. So I can't even recap what he said already, because he said quite a lot. He did mention that that this. Oh dear. Do I play that again? And I don't know.
Go ahead. Go ahead. No, no,
I
no, no. Go
can't, I
ahead. Go
can't
ahead.
recap what he said already. He did say that the coalition is about the people and not about power, not for the quest for power. And then he also did say that everybody who's here is here because of interest of the people. And when they asked him if he would be willing to work with Peter Obi in spite of the differences that he mentioned lately, he said that, for the purpose of the people, that anybody who emerges from the primaries, that he's willing to give the person his 101% and all that. And then he said that APC cannot even tell what hits them, because they're going to hit them really bad.
Well, I mean, everybody knows that there's nothing Kenneth Okonkwo is saying that is new. And he's just repeating what everybody has been saying. And what has everybody been saying? And what is what P2B has been saying? And that's why, I kept asking myself before now that when Kenneth Okonkwo comes out claiming that P2B betrayed him and all of that, as I said, why, at what point did P2B betray him? So everything he has said in terms of P2B stood up, was the first person to say that if there's going to be a coalition, that he will only participate in a coalition that puts the people first.
Absolutely, that's what he said.
So that has been P2B's position. It's not about whether to grab power, snatch it and run, because when you grab, snatch, and run, you don't know how to use it. It's like young boys who are going into 419. When they make the money, what do? They now remember there's a very new hotel in town. They remember all the various chicks around. They remember there's a very good car like Cadillac and all of that. Some of them will even remember that they can charter an aircraft or charter an helicopter. But the thing is because you got it in a funny way, there was no hard work, so you don't know how to use it. And see, the problem we're having with APC today, especially with this presidency, is the fact that it was grab, snatch, and run. So in the process of running, where are you running to? You're running to no destination. Because you keep running to ensure that nobody catches you. But if you've gotten the thing on a platter of gold and the people have given you their mandate freely, you would not be running, you would not be bothering yourself. So we all know that, yes, to a large extent, APC from day one, for me, right from the time of former President Buhari to date, APC for me, I've always said it, is the gathering of baboons, hyenas. It's a gathering of people who only came to, grab and take as much as they can take. You should ask yourself, before Buhari came to power, after he left power as a military head of state, what did he do to improve on himself? What business was he running? Other than the fact that he kept telling us he had another 200 or 500 cows, what else? Then you bring it down to this same president. What has he done since he left being governor of Lagos State? Because every business that they have tried to associate him with, he tells you he's not part of it. So what has he done? So you just have people, who have turned politics into profession. They don't do any other thing other than politicking all their life. Because from politics, they feed themselves, they feed their families, they keep their, affluent lifestyle at the detriment of the people.
All right, so one of the things Kenneth Okonkwo talked, according to what my people talk, I be like, say, I be no hear that part well. He talks, say, the APC na 419 party and they need to come out they need to come out them, this 419 party. Understanding that Kenneth Okonkwo is also coming from APC, how dare he call his own party or his former party a 419 party? What's the possibility that he would not also speak the same way to this ADC in future if he leaves?
I told you when you started your program this evening, I said, in politics, there are no permanent enemies, no permanent friends. What you have is a permanent interest. So Okonkwo will always speak when he feels that his interest is protected. That is just it, and nothing else. So, it's not the only one calling APC 419. A lot of people have been calling APC 419. It started with when they did their magic in Imo State, when number 4 became number 1. And then they now took the magic from Nigeria to Chatham House. When your current president was being asked questions, he was giving, and that was when he started dishing out the instructions. You answer, you answer, you answer. But the man who is going to take responsibility was not ready to give an answer. So as it is now, people have died in Niger State, and I guess people are still missing and even those who have survived, the government had made all kinds of promises. Nobody's doing anything, but yet your president is in St. Lucia, a country that is not as big. Even if it is big, by the time you bring Kwara State or you bring Benue, Taraba, and Plateau State together, the population is more than what you have in St. Lucia. But that is where your president is. And that is where you have not given scholarship to Nigerians whose children are not going to school. A country where you have 20 or 30 million children out of school, you're not giving scholarship, but you're giving scholarship in that small community. Is that not aberration? Is that not
But Peter
419?
Obi also reacted to that today and said that, he don't lambast and today as usual. See Peter Obi they stop to talk recently. You don't they talk a lot. And they still talk about that one. See, that's one way president do say he no good at all at all. But then let's move on to other issues that we're still talking about this. You do recall that David Mark resigned his membership of the ADC today. And then that also lead to a lot of issue. He's formally submitted his resignation after 27 years of being in the PDP. So a lot of people call the talk, say, what's going on? In a letter addressed to the party ward, Otupo, Ward 1, Otupo local government area, dated June 27, 2025, Mark stated that he had decided after conducting extensive consultations to rescue and preserve Nigeria's democracy. Now, why everybody talk about the rescue of democracy? He says, I write to formally inform you of my decision to resign my membership of the party with immediate effect. After wide consultations with my family, friends, and political associates, I have resolved to join the National Coalition of Political Opposition Movements in Nigeria as part of the collective effort to rescue our nation and preserve our hard earned democracy. Now, sir, Damagu, by the way, is wooing him, and then Atiku Abubakar that they should come back, that the party is now united, that all of them that left, that they will regret it. I'm going to play what he said. But now, why if we say all of these opposition people when they leave, they always speak to the fact, say, we need to rescue our democracy for Nigeria. Is democracy threatened under this particular administration or present administration?
Yes, democracy is threatened. When you have a president where governors are telling you that the only reason why they're camping from the party that gave them mandate into another party is because they want to be close to the center. So it means that a lot is going on. A lot is totally wrong with the system. A country where you now have cyber, what do you call it, cyber crime, cyber law, and all of that, stopping people like you and I from talking. Because tomorrow now, I won't be shocked if they begin to say those who are speaking against the government are bullying the government officials. So, but if you look at it, that's why I said to you severally that coalition we are having is not about political parties. It's about individuals. And nothing gives more strength and more courage to a coalition when it is made up of individuals.
All right, let me quickly take.
So Damagu that is now asking people to come back to PDP. Is it the same PDP that Wike is dragging like past my neighbor generator? Is that the party he wants them to come back to? All the while they were telling him to exercise his powers as the party chairman and excommunicate Wike and anyone from the party and all those who are beneficiaries of the Wike dynasty. Did he do it? No, as it is now, when everybody leaves PDP, let me see what Wike is going to do with PDP. Maybe at the end of the day, he will become the chairman of PDP. It's most likely. But yet, the same Wike that is holding PDP to ransom is not paying salary to workers in the city. He's embroidered in land grabbing and allotting the same land to his own children.
I was going to come to that conversation because that's
you
about.
Know, and we just have a funny way of doing things in this country. We like or those who select themselves into power, they do a lot of things with so much impunity. They don't give a hoot what the people feel. They don't. I remember when the video or the picture of him and his two sons going to China when he was going on official trip. I remember what I said then. I said, he's already following the footsteps of Mr. President. So you people from River State, please get ready. In the next how many months or next how many years, his son will come and be people's governor. Go and note it down.
All right, sir. Let me quickly, sir, it's okay, no problem, sir. Let me quickly play Damagu's press conference earlier today in reaction to the exit of David Mark and perhaps potential exit of Atiku and the rest of them. Can we take a listen?
thought important we addressed you. We have dealt so much on the need for unity in this party. As you can see, we are all here. Your NWC as an NWC,
including Wike's friend Samayans.
as an NWC of this party, remain united despite all the challenges. We have sat down, discussed all thorny issues, and trashed it out today. Agreed that we have already, as proposed by the last NEC, that the next meeting scheduled for 23rd, 24th, and 25th will still hold. To our members, I want to bring good tidings that your party is very, very intact. To APC, I want to send a message. And you will continue to harass, perhaps, and buy our members. But the 2027 election is between Nigerians and you. So it's better to start fighting and correct your ways. Hunger, insecurity, arbitrary extortion of Nigerians is more than overwhelming. So we are in a democratic setting. We should hear the yearning of people. Like I said earlier, we are not conquered. We are law-abiding citizens. We deserve to be heard. For democracy to strive, people say their mind, people should be listened to, and policies should be people's oriented. This is the only party in the country that have lasted this long. They have mastered the act of conflict resolution. We know our problem and we solve it within ourselves. To those that are contemplating, they should know that they have no place. There is nowhere that will be as accommodating as our party. But if they feel, I will wish them good luck. But I know they will run coming back. I want to reiterate that if you are a member of People's Democratic Party, we are drawing a line for those that go to the market party. Watch them and take appropriate action at the right time. If you believe in this party, should be an ambassador that forgets the fortunes that this party has given to the citizens of this country when it was there. Thank you.
All right, sir. I doubt if you also heard what he said because I noticed. I don't know if
I heard what you
Okay,
said.
fantastic. So it's great. So let's speak to that very quickly. You heard the things he said. He said for those who would demarket the party immediately. Why Damago? Remember, Sam Anyanwu is also by his side. Yes, Sam Wike's younger brother. Sam Anyanwu is just by his side. So why does he have to take the exit of a David back at the coalition for Damago to now understand that the party is united, that they are the said that they say now only they get power to come out APC because they may get problem, then solve them internally. Nobody gets them.
You know,
Sir?
Tamago is suffering from amnesia, and
Eh.
I'm sure they just gave him some injection to clear the cloudness in his eyes. He has been in the bathtub for too long, and he didn't realize that the water has drained. And so as far as PDP is concerned right now, PDP is gone. So whatever he's saying, it's not making any sense to anybody. All the while they've been asking you to do something about, the nefarious activities of Wike and all those who have been sabotaging every effort in stabilizing PDP. What did you do? So why are you crying now that the head is off? You think people will stay in a house that has been marked for demolition? Nobody will stay. The only person that will stand when they say they want to kill is a tree. Not even the madman will run. The moment the madman sees you holding a stick, the madman will run. So the only thing you will tell that today I will kill you that will not move is a tree. So Wike has decimated PDP. You saw the way he was laughing at them during his senior brother's birthday, Sama.
His younger brother.
You saw the way he was laughing at them. Oh, his younger brother. Okay, I didn't know that. It no longer determines who is older.
Okay, sorry.
So you saw the way he was laughing. It was telling Bola and whoever was there, Senator Bukola and whoever was there. He said, "Look, I have won." So it shows you that whatever has been going on in PDP that has led to what it is today, Wike knew what he was doing. So Wike's aim was to decimate the party. So now that those who have kept mute in the party all this while, those who had hoped that the party can be rescued have left, let Wike and Damago and Anyanwu go and eat the party.
Okay. Guys, phone lines are open. I know that all of you have a lot to say, but time has reached. Yeah? Start saying those things you want to say. But very quickly, let me quickly let you know, Prince Francis Chilakasa, that we hear that the Supreme Court has reserved judgment in the Edo State governorship election matter. So they never announce results. So they don't reserve judgment for inside the matter. Now people they talk say they don't believe in anything because I don't know, but then I'll let you react. Bottom line, there's nothing.
No, but when you reserve a judgment, it's like postponing the doomsday. Tell us what you have decided. Nigerians already have made up their mind that the Supreme Court cannot do anything other than what they are known to be doing. And that is to say, oh, we stand by the election and victory of Okobola, and that is it. So I don't know what they're afraid of. It's making them to reserve the ruling, which obviously they will still give someday. It's just a matter of days because they just changed the date. They will still tell us the new date. So maybe they're waiting for Mr. President to come back from his foreign trip and give directives, and then for them to know how to, incorporate those directives into their rulings. So like I said, the judiciary, just like the legislative arm of government, have failed the Nigerian people. And it's so sad because these are people who have sworn to uphold the obnoxious 1999 constitution. So imagine if there was no constitution at all.
All right, thank you, sir. Thank you. All right, hello, good evening. Sorry, what's your name, sir? Where are you calling from?
Mr. Bakari
Okay, where are you calling from, sir?
from US.
All right, you're welcome, sir. Go ahead, sir.
Okay, okay. Now, there's still a chance for PDP.
Mm.
Yes. Why I'm saying this,
Mm.
let them do their convention.
Mm-hmm.
They can remove those bad shafts.
Mm. And carry the bad shaft and go where? Who will not collect the bad shaft?
No, they don't be for APC. Let them go to them they be bad shaft for APC. The only person I'm expecting to be the leader to come back to PDP is Obi. Let me tell you the truth.
Mm.
Yeah, be one of the foundation member. He was a PDP. It is the Wike that made him to annoy and left PDP.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, if Obi can come to PDP, because I don't trust this ADC, let me tell you. I know they are good, they have mission, but will Atiku allow Obi? That's another problem. Or if the INEC can register the obedient, oh, it will be very good. Obi will have that chance. So in Nigeria today, the 2027 is going to be a fight.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's going to be a fight. I'm praying to God for this 2027. Those people that are going to destroy Nigeria, let God take them away. Only God can rescue Nigeria. That's number one. Or if Tinubu, the president, can do something before then, call a referendum. Let everybody sit down. Let the country go back to regional system. It's better. This politics is a bad game in Nigeria today now. We are not practicing good politics again. Gone of those days. Politics of hatred. I don't want to see Igbo. I don't want to see Hausa. Yoruba don't want to see Fulani. Fulani want to see. All these things are rubbish. Let's pray, we Nigerians, to God to intervene in Nigerian problem. Prince Shilaka, you are very good. I love your idea. God knows the best. If God says ADC can help us, let them put Obi there. Well, it's okay. But to me, it's difficult.
All right, thank you, sir.
Where article is. God bless you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Sir, I don't know if you heard what the guest said. Meanwhile, Joe Igboke, your brother, has also congratulated Ralph Musu. In fact, he said that the luckiest man in the ADC coalition is Chief Musu, rather, that he has struggled, or Ralph Musu, that he has struggled with this party for many years alone. I said, okay, one name, collect as much as you can. It's your time. You labored for it, but the small bird will not fly. Cash out, bro. So he's saying that the party will not succeed.
You
Sir,
know, people like what did you just call his name again?
Joy.
Because I try not to keep his name in my memory.
Mm,
People like Joe, uh, they just open their mouth, Joe has been seeking relevance in this government.
mm,
He's been seeking relevance, and he's one of those they are going to use to begin to write and talk all manner of things against Peter Obi. We are waiting for him. We know his type. Yes, like I agree with him. Ralph has really tried. Like I said to you, Ralph was the one um, who took care of the party when nobody was willing to take care of it. Ralph was the only one who took care of the party when no one was willing. And that's why I said that maybe Kachikwu should go and, retrace his steps and not allow himself to be used for something that Nigerians would be upset with and Nigerians would hold him responsible
all
for.
right, Nigerians phone lines are open. Let's quickly jump in on the conversation, right? So you can just click on the link to the pin post and join the studio straight ahead to make your contributions. Or you call the WhatsApp line attached that is in that comment. The WhatsApp number is 0817 029 4077. 0817 That is the WhatsApp number for you to call to join the conversation. Another interesting conversation, Prince Francis Chilaka. Chibike Rotimi Amici has just resigned from the APC. And you know that Malami Abubakar also resigned from the APC. Now, this is interesting. While Amici was asked today why he's in this meeting, he said, "Oh wow, I left APC last night." He confirmed, "I never attended one meeting. Last time they invited me, I warned them. I said, if you invite me to any meetings anymore, in fact, I was surprised that I wasn't even expelled because I warned them in writing. Don't even invite me to any meeting. You can't be in a club where majority of people are stealing and you don't say anything because you can't say anything." When asked why he chose not to join or support the current administration, but instead appeared to be clamoring for a change of government, he responded, "No, it's not out. It's not about changing the government. If it were just about that, changing the government, then we would have had no need to, or would have had, we there would be no need. There would be no need to do so. It's about changing Nigeria. Nigeria is completely destroyed, in his words. People can't eat, people can't buy food. There is no money to buy food. Everything is gone. Inflation is at its peak, and the federal government is busy going around trying to hijack the election. INEC is helping them to also hijack the election. No, 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 no. What must happen here is that we must start not just as a party, but a movement. It must be a movement that brings Nigerians to, on their own, take over government and not just us. So that is why he left. And then Abubakar Malami left earlier today. Before you respond, so I have somebody on the call. I know you want to respond. Hello, good evening and welcome.
Good evening, Precious.
Sir, why you
It's
laugh
good
me?
to listen to you again.
Thank you. Welcome. Remind me your
It's
name,
always
sir.
nice. It's always every night, every evening now. I'm looking up to your program.
Oh, stop it. I like it. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm going to make it as brief as possible today.
Okay, please remind me your name and where you're calling from, please. It's
My
important.
name is Innocent. My name is Innocent Obet. I'm calling from the UK.
You're welcome, Innocent. Go ahead.
All right. Two things. I'm listening to what you guys are discussing about the ADC and the PDP. But there's one thing I want to plead with you, because I see the work you did in what happened in Soka that almost everybody ignored until you continue to replay it, to shout about it, and government had to make comments about it.
Thank you.
There's something seems to be dying down about this upcoming election. I remember watching one young man that had a group of people that went to submit appeal to National Assembly for reform and even INEC. And it just trended for like 1 week and it fizzled away. I don't know how much has been, but I know they have a platform they created that people want to join in this push for reform. You see, there's something I want to appeal to you and every other maybe this brother that is with you on the this thing. I know I have joined them. The other day he talked about his platform. I've joined it. So please, you guys that are now our mouthpiece, because you in the media are the mouthpiece of the people, we need to remember that it is not about the party. There's nothing you're going to do under democracy with the people that know nothing else on how to become a leader except through rigging, through impunity, that is going to work. It's not the judiciary that you have on your side, on the side of the people. It is not the police. There's nothing. So the only way for any plan to succeed is to have real electoral reform in a way that the people's vote will count. And now everybody is now focusing on who is running, which party, who is registered, who is not registered. But the main thing, the fundamental things is being sidelined. So my appeal is that those of you in the media, let us go back to begin to harm about this reform. Without without those things taking place, all these things, none of them is going to happen.
Can I blow your mind? You see this reform
Thank you.
here. Yeah, okay,
Please.
thank you so much. I appreciate you. I don't want to overflog this. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I don't want to have to overflog this, right? Well, Prince Francis Chilaka, let me let you react to him because I wanted to say something, but let me give you.
No, I think people are putting the cart before the horse.
Hmm.
People outside Nigeria, they have always had one straight jacket mind. They are not, because you are abroad, you're not feeling what the Nigerian people here are feeling. You do not know how people are struggling to survive, struggling to make a living,
They do.
where businesses are
They
closing
do
down,
because the country is
people
dying
are
here.
being no, people are being retrenched every day. They don't. You know, if you are for instance, if you're in UK and you're sending say £100 to your family, it's nothing now. It doesn't count. Before when you send £100, it makes a lot of sense. You send £100, by the time they buy a bag of rice, the money is gone. But people need to understand that this coalition is not just about grabbing power. It's about the people, making the people more aware of their rights in enthroning their leaders. So anybody, let me say it, anybody that would come through ADC to become a honorable member or become a senator with the mindset of the campaign, forget it. We will push you out of that place.
All right.
We're going to get to that level in
All
this
right, sir.
country.
Can
And that is where we're going
you
at.
react to what Chibike Mamichi said, sir, while he's resigned from ABC?
The thing is, like he said, when he said that was surprised they have not expelled him. Well, everybody knew that it wasn't today that Chubike gave up on APC. It wasn't today. And let me tell you, a lot of people who will leave APC will leave APC because of Wike.
Hmm.
Because a lot of people do not like Wike's style of
Somebody
politics.
already left and cited him. That I think Aliyu Yusuf Awudu guy that left. He said, "What is Wike doing in APC?"
Good. Because Wike is power hungry just like his master. And that is going to be the problem. Wike is going to be the problem of APC eventually. Because the way Wike is going, first of all, it's going to be difficult to control him. So at a point will come where Wike will now be like the man to consult before they decide whether you can have a second term or not. It's already happening in Rivers State.
Hmm. Hmm. All right.
And it's going to happen in other states too. Watch and see.
Okay.
That is why I feel so sorry for all these governors who are running to APC.
All right.
Some of them will soon run out.
So talking about running to APC, that is the way all of them are also running to coalition. Chibike Mamichi is in coalition. Abubakar Malami, that they gave over how many thousand names, over how many names of people sponsoring terrorism. Till now, he didn't expose it. He's in APC, and guess what? One of the reasons he cited is insecurity in the country. That is, insecurity is thriving. In fact, make I even read that in resignation letter. Make it see what he write. He say this is
No, 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 no,
uh,
no. There's a point you made, and I want to correct
okay,
that.
sir.
You see, MFL is suffering today. MFL is being dragged from one court to the other, being given different kinds of bail conditions. Precious, be very honest with yourself. Should MFL be the one suffering this alone?
That is the problem. That is where we're coming to now. So
Good.
Malami
Now,
may also be
now
part of
we're
the
talking
reason
of
why Mefele is
Malami.
suffering
We're
that.
talking
But
of
he's not in the
calm down.
coalition.
You talked of
Okay.
Malami. You said, calm down. Talked of Malami. Said the list was not given to Malami.
He was the attorney general, sir.
The list was given to your president.
He was the attorney general, sir. Hello, sir. Oh dear, I think his network has gone bad. But let me quickly jump on call. Oh dear, I lost the call too. Yeah, he was the attorney general when that list was given. So I mean, the onus lies on him. And then if he didn't tell us or he didn't discuss with us the content of the letter or the names and all that, who else should tell us about it? Because he's he has full knowledge of what's that the names in that list. So I think it's his responsibility. But let me speak to someone else. T.Y. Danjuma, while we wait for Prince Francis to get reconnected. Mr. T.Y. Danjuma,
My sister,
sir,
Kedukwan,
I
Kedukwan,
am I am fine, thank you. Welcome.
báwo ni?
I am fine, thank you. Still,
Yeah, yeah,
I am still fine, thank you. Welcome.
okay.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Mm.
Greetings to our guest there, Prince.
Thank you, Prince Francis, sir. Mm.
I hope he comes back. You
Mm.
see, this whole thing about coalition, where would they see so? I'm very glad that at least they're making a headway. All this
Mm.
talk about say they are angry politicians, they are aggrieved politicians, they are frustrated, they are IDP, internally displaced politicians, is neither here nor there. Because if you look at some of the people we did we move now to ADC, we form the coalition. You go see say there are still one or two good people there. So we need the mix, both good, bad, and ugly.
And ugly. Oh wow.
Yes, across board, we need them. You know, so our politics has never been that of saints. It's always been that of saints and sinners. So and we need all the bugwe, the shaki, the borokoto, the all kinds of combination that you need. The more, the merrier. So and I think you go make the ruling party sit up
Hmm.
because the impunity don't do too much. You don't. This is not. This is a completely lawless state. The
Are you
things that should
serious?
not happen anywhere, any country, they happen here. Wike allegations here and there of Wike sharing land valued at billions to his children when no sabi anything. Land when he acquire from people, give some other people. We hear of all kinds of amount of money, 210 trillion, unaccounted for. We hear all kinds of monies here and there missing, profligacy. We even hear say they don't release Escobar. You don't even run reach St. Lucia before our president reach there. All kinds of things where would they hear? It's this is not the way to go. So I think that we need to begin to tell ourselves the truth. Our country no go fit go on like this, the way it is now. Employment, no employment, insecurity all over the place, killings, banditry. You know, um, it's sad, and yet our country. This is a country that is gifted,
All
but
right.
deliberately chose the path of poverty. It's unfortunate. So I think this is a good challenge. This is a good development. Let's see how far they go.
Thank you.
And
Thank you so much. Thank
thank
you.
you.
That's what Benjamin. Thank you. Thank you so much, Siwa Danjuma. Appreciate you. Thank you. All right. Hello. Good evening and welcome.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah.
Good evening. Welcome. So, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, precious.
Sir. Sir.
Let me call you. I said, let me call you for the first time.
Oh, your first time.
After many years of listening to you when you were with is it Echoko? What's that name? When you were on TV?
Oh, thank you so much. Okay, from Wazobia. Nadia the prep prester. You know me from Wazobia. It after though.
Of course, now.
Oh.
I always watch you from the United States. I live in
Oh,
Wisconsin.
thank you. Thank you so much,
Yeah,
sir.
thank you. So, in fact, it's the new political development in Nigeria. It is very, very interesting that
Mm.
everybody is now following up, and every woman in Nigeria should be happy with the latest development in Nigeria because this APC government has really dealt with Nigeria. They have really dealt with Nigerians a lot. That no, it seems that everybody has lost hope, but with this coming together of people now, we have hope. So
Peter Obi should be very, very wise now because I know the rest of his PDP will approach him to come and have the ticket. And the new coalition now would now have Atiku eyeing for the ticket. So they should be very, very careful. Peter Obi is the man to be. Peter Obi is the man to beat. Is either the coalition for Peter Obi or not? PDP should come and go up to Peter Obi and give him the ticket. We are waiting. 2027, where we come. A lot of things to come up. I go chat you up, let me talk.
All right, no problem. Thank you. Thank you so much, my brother. Well done. Okay. Prince Francis Ichila Kale. Oya Kombo, please. Oh, welcome, sir. Sorry, the network booted you out. Can you hear me, sir?
I can hear you.
Okay. Did I tell you today, that FCT workers today they protested over school closure, unpaid salary, and all that. Meanwhile, Oga Wike is battling the matter that's got to do with him siphoning land. As I talk to you right now, in fact, they don't protest, oh, they don't tire. 3 days protest back to back. Now they get right now. They don't talk, say, you know what? We don't suspend the protest. You don't do right now. Would they give me ultimatum? If you don't meet that ultimatum, another wahala. Meanwhile, Oga Wike, the commission project, is saying they work very hard. You know, say that matter we get to do with that land issue where we talk about the second land issue where we surface again this week, not the last week. All the land that joined together about 6 point something billion dollars. Now they say it works. Now that land issue, now we hear say police don't arrest one civil servant. Say say na him go don't link the papers and the story to newsmen. We make then they drag Wiki like a personal labor generator for media. And that is what happened. As I speak to you, two civic groups have called for protests and they've issued 7 demands over Wike's looting of Abuja land. In this matter too plenty. I like me you come in, or make I take this call so that you go jump in on them. Hello, good evening and welcome. Sir. Super. You're welcome, sir. Good evening.
Number one, and I greet my big uncle, Prince Chilaka, the man with the talk.
I greet you, sir.
I hail my uncle. God bless you, sir. Okay. I'm just going to say just one thing, then I'll drop.
Okay.
You see this coalition of a thing. I'll be frank with you. Is giving APC sleepless night. You see, they've tried all they could not to register the ADA, which they wanted to register initially. But, you know, say, as APC, as Tinubu, they do their own strategy. And so the other people too, they do their own strategy. Did you see the caliber of people that were there? If you can see a Baba of Oyegun, of 83-year-old man, are you going to tell me that man is looking for money or is looking for power? And I want to beg Obi, you know, because I heard somebody, the last caller, say, oh, Peter Obi should be on his own. Peter Obi cannot do it alone. I'll be frank with you. Peter Obi no it go difficult. He get followers, no doubt. But he no go fit do am alone without the support in every the main support wey Peter Obi need right now is from Paul North. And you know, say if he no carry those people along, it go difficult for him. I don't mind if I'm me, say make I advise him as junior brother to a senior brother. Even if they give a VP slot, let him take it. And I can assure you it's a walkover. If Peter B want to be say, Daddy, I mean my senior brother Peter B, my great brother, with due respect, sir, please, take VP slot. It's a walkover. It's a done deal.
All right. Thank you.
Hey, there are a lot of people in the APC today, but they don't talk. They cannot talk, but what they will do is in their heart. You look, you see what you look at what happened to the up 26 governor of Bakari. At the end of the day, what happened? This one, as it is, Nigeria is between Nigeria and don't be saying that if the whole governors like, let them go, all of them, they should give 36 to about 36 APC governor. But at the end of the day, shame go catch all of it. They will all be removed. Go and mark it.
Thank you. That's your opinion. Thank you so much. All right. So Prince Francis still like I think the caller that you called before was saying something. The one that called before and spoke about electoral reform and all those issues. I think perhaps he didn't think you thoroughly addressed that conversation. But before I bring you in again, I like to state to him, see, there is nothing about electoral reform. There is nothing about changing the system. There is nothing like ensuring good governance that this administration does not know. And it is only, in fact, as a matter of fact, the electoral act that we have now and the constitution we have now is enough for us to ride on, even if it is not further amended. The problem na people where they practice am, then go give the things and where they inside them chance to to survive. Because you see a situation where the National Assembly will make a law and leave a loophole for the judiciary to find that loophole to secure the mindset of the politicians. That's what's going on. But if everybody where they come, if we get a system where we put in place, we make sure say they truly uphold sincerity of purpose, equity, fairness, and justice, and to make sure say justice day. Even with this kind of constitution, we will get if we get people with good mindset, it will work. So the point that you're making, I totally understand you, but we don't. What do we have to do? Part of me wanted to form a shadow government to make sure that he holds the government accountable. He was also saying he was going to do a 7.2 million man march in Abuja because of this electoral reform. What is happening that the DSS have filed a case against him. So it's not like people are not talking. That's the point I was trying to make to you that, people are talking. People are making moves to ensure that we have proper electoral reform and to make sure, say, we get the country to where it is. It's not like people are not talking. But do you think that those at the helm of affairs are ready to effect those changes? They're not ready. It don't concern them yet because they know that if they effect those changes, it will commode them for power. And that is why these coalition people perhaps are saying what they're saying. Remember that almost all of them for coalition don't talk. Say, this time around, the election will not be rigged. And I think maybe that's the reason why it is also good for them within their level. That is why it is good for both the good, bad, and ugly in this coalition to come together. Because maybe somebody that is as soft-hearted as Peter Obi may not be able to lead a protest if the election result goes south. But when you have all these other radicals in their midst, you call results where you're not supposed to call. You know what it go be. So these people are people who already understand the game and they know how the game be. And you know go fit outbid them. You are beat them anyhow. Them yourself go see anyhow. And I think that the presidency knows that. And I think they are worried. That's my opinion anyway. But let me let Mr. Francis Chilaka Balance finish the talk.
No, but we everybody's been calling for electoral reform, change, and all that. Everybody's been calling that we look at our constitution. First of all, everybody's been saying that lacuna in the constitution that allows people to move from one party to another should be, curtailed. But it's something that is benefiting your senators and your honorable members. How would they make a law that would hold them down? So that's why I say that they are there for themselves, selfish and greedy, with wickedness, laced on it. They were not going to make laws that would oust them. They're not going to make laws that put them in check. Rather, they will all be shouting, the A's have it, the no's that don't have it. So if we look at the way it is, what are the electoral reforms we want? First of all, INEC has released a timetable talking about the elections they have that are coming up. I think five different elections that are coming up. Governorship elections. I think
Anambra,
and which other state? There are about 3 states. Then FCT, elections in FCT, and But the thing is, it's not about the election. Like I said, INEC, the registration of voters, should be continuous. You don't wait for, this is 2 years gone since after the last election. You have not started registering new people, new voters. You have not started attending to people who have lost their voters' cards. So when are you going to do that? At the end of the day, a lot of people will be disenfranchised from voting, and a lot of people who would have applied for new voters' card will not even get the voters' card till the election date. So INEC is the problem. INEC is the problem of having a free and fair election in Nigeria.
Meanwhile,
And
it's
I
supposed to
believe
be
that INEC
continuous
is doing it
voters
deliberately.
registration. Hmm. It's supposed to be continuous voters registration, but what we have
Yes,
is seasonal or periodic voters
you
registration.
know. On the other hand, the National Orientation Agency has completely gone moribund because they should have started immediately after the election to begin to educate the people about their civic rights and civic responsibilities. Now you have signed 4 bills bordering on tax, and nobody, not the Ministry of Information, not National Orientation Agency, not the Ministry of Finance, not the Ministry of Budgeting, nobody is educating the Nigerian people. Nobody is talking to the Nigerian people about it. And then tomorrow, people will fall short of it and you say, ignorance of the law is not an excuse, but you have not taken time to explain the law to the people.
So are you saying that it would have been proper for NOA to have a proper orientation, massive public orientation of this new tax reform bills that the federal
Exactly.
government? Hmm.
Exactly. People need to
Hmm.
know.
So that people understand. That's the one I didn't go pay the tax. So why didn't go pay tax or waiting they need to understand?
And not
Ah,
placating people, not placating people by saying, oh, if you're earning below 250,000 naira, is it per month, you won't pay tax. For me, that is just a political talk. People need to know we make laws in this country that a lot of people are not aware of. A lot of laws, and nobody is taking time to be able to explain these laws. By now, with our level of education, with our level of development, the Nigerian Constitution should be taught in schools
hmm.
so that we can look at it. There's what we call a social contract in that Constitution. How has that social
Most
contract
people don't know
benefited
anything
Nigerians?
about most people don't know anything about constitution. They don't know. In fact, some people leave secondary school without knowing much about our Nigerian constitution. It's very
In our
sad.
religious, in
Let's
our
not make
religious
excuses for
institutions,
government. Hmm.
in our churches and the mosques, they should be teaching their members the Constitution. After the Bible, the next thing you have is the Constitution. So why are we not encouraging people? Why are we not teaching our people? Why allowing our people to remain as if we are still in the Stone Age? It is because it is an avenue by which the political class uses to sustain their frivolous lifestyle.
Thank you, sir.
You want to tell
Thank
me now that if all the people living in Abuja are already informed and aware that land was allocated by the FCT minister to his sons, you think Abuja will remain the same? And why would the
Hmm.
police go and arrest a civil servant? So what has happened to whistleblowing? So you find out that the government makes one law with one hand, they squash it with another hand, and then they cover it with their bomb bomb. So that people do not know. By the time you begin to investigate all those who have been ministers in FCT, you'll be shocked at how much land they have allocated to themselves, to their families, and to their cronies. And people will say, we want this country to move forward. How is this country going to move forward? When those we call our leaders are in the forefront of the marketing this country. So everybody's asking for electoral reform, but even if they don't do it, what we have, let us hold on to it. And like you said, the coming together of the good, the bad, and the ugly is what we need for 2027. We need that mix to be able to, save the people from this perennial hardship they have found themselves in.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Stilaka. That's a good place to drop out to anchor the ship. I like to say a big thank you to you and thank you so immensely. It's not the day I'm supposed to call you, but I had to make you run out to do this for me. I deeply, deeply appreciate it. As I said before, your reward will be on earth, you know, be for heaven. Now for this earth, now you could receive the reward. Thank you so much, sir. Please, you
No
guys help me
problem.
follow Ms. Francis Tilaka at the Naked Truth TV. Naked Truth TV. There he speaks a lot of facts, and his opinions. Some things he doesn't say here, he would say it there. So please kindly help us follow him and follow him like in village people. Him be prince. You know they say na prince. Follow him like your village people. Eh? Thank you so much to all of you too who joined the show. Kindly also
Good
subscribe.
night.
Good night, sir. Thank you and God bless you. And I'd like to say a big thank you to everyone who joined the show. Kindly subscribe, like, and follow us. Let's continue to speak for the growth and development of our country. And hopefully one day Nigeria will reach that height we want her today. For me, na opposition, na day. I go continue. If my papa like making enter government, I go criticize him. Please hold me accountable. Maybe in future, the human in me may make me forget. So please remind me that I said I'll criticize every government. So that I will. Where they do good, I will. Just like you've seen me praise this government where they did good. And where they're not doing good, I shall criticize them. It is my duty. That's why I'm a journalist. Thank you so much to all of you. One love. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Please protect your mental health because you know, say wahala, you need to finish. And I know I love an already. I love you, Jaggers. Good night and God bless you. See you tomorrow.